Hello, I'm Pablo Pereira. Welcome to Charter Local Edition. Today we're talking with Lawrence Budd, who's a certified water auditor. All right, that leads to the first question. We got to get it right off the bat, Lawrence. What is a certified water auditor, if you will?
Thanks. A certified water auditor works mostly on landscapes, somewhat indoors, but mostly I work on landscapes, analyzing how much water the landscape is using, how much it should be using, and ways to correct it.
We're going to talk about business and water and usage and all those kind of things over a couple of programs here, but today we really want to talk about the water issues here in Southern California. We're in a drought, as we know already. We are already hearing from many of the state and local water agencies that there'll be some sort of rationing in place if it's not already there. What's your take on the current water situation in Southern California?
Well, speaking for a large group of people in my industry across the country, we've felt for a number of years that the LA region, the SoCal region, needed to be going into drought sooner and needed to be cutting back on water use several years ago. So we're kind of happy to see restrictions starting.
So what is it about restrictions now? Why? I mean, the rainfall season isn't officially over yet. We don't usually get a lot of rainfall in the spring months, but why the urgency to implement rationing now, do you think?
Well, for the last 5 years or so, we've had very low reservoirs. They keep getting lower. I just flew over Lake Mead a few minutes ago, and it's getting lower and lower. And then the snowpack in Colorado and the Sierra Nevadas, we never know how good it's going to be. We had some good snow in the Sierra Nevadas this winter, but it's been so warm it's been melting too quickly.
Some folks say that water rates this summer will be as high as we've ever seen them, much like what we saw happen with gasoline last year. People are in for real sticker shock when it comes to water rates, and in this economy, this is not good news.
That's true. It's not good news, and what happens is the rates will go up, water will be cut. What happens is the water agencies find the easiest way to get people to use less water is to raise the price. Sad but true. And so the prices will be going up. Having said that, please bear in mind that every municipality has their own rate structure. And one town might be $2 and the next town might be $6. There's no consistent pricing.
So rates sometimes raised in order to get people to conserve more. Is this a technique that actually works, do you think, or do people still use what they need?
The Water Works Association people say that it does work. They say it can bring water use down 20–30% just by raising rates. Not always, but it should. There's some dangers there, but yes.
So what are we going to need to be looking at for this spring, this summer, when it comes to water and water use here in Southern California?
We're going to have to use less water on our landscapes and use it more efficiently. Southern California overwaters their landscapes terribly, and we've known that for years.
Yeah, this climate is really a desert climate, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, we have this great illusion that it's green and beautiful and there's tall trees, but if you didn't have the water coming from somewhere, we'd look much like the low desert areas, wouldn't we?
That's true. It's really a dry Mediterranean climate, and if we had originally planted it as if it was Greece or South Italy, we'd be in great shape. But as you know, back in the 50s and 60s, when people started really building here, there was this huge push to make it look very tropical. I think Hawaii had an influence on that. It's just the wrong climate to have a tropical.
Very quickly, water quality still okay? Good water coming into Southern California?
Still okay. The groundwater's good. The water coming from the north and south is still good, but going to be losing a lot of the water from the north.